Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Mission Matters. My name is Adam Torres, and if you'd like to apply to be a guest on the show, just head on over to missionmatters.com and click on Be Our Guest to apply. All right, so today on the show I have Farzad MansoorBakht, and he is a mortgage loan officer over at Equity Smart Loans. Farzad, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Adam.
All right, so we got a lot to talk about today. I want to get into definitely what you're doing over at Equity Smart Loans, talk a little bit about maybe what's going on in the market right now, and also just to get us kicked off, I understand you were introduced to us by the Megamix Expo and Tony and his team, and you're going to be out at the Expo. So, man, tell me about that to get us kicked off. Is this your first time going, or have you been in the past?
No. I attended a couple of times in the Megamix, but this is the first time we're going to have a booth there.
Oh.
So I'm excited. Yes. It's going to be in Arcadia. I think it's March 12 and 13.
Yeah, you got it. March 12th, 13th at the Santa Anita racetrack. It's gonna be great. I'm excited. It's gonna be our first time we have a booth, so it's awesome. So you said you've been before. This will be my first time attending. I went and I toured the grounds, and they're beautiful. It's amazing. It's big. And there's just gonna be hundreds of booths there, so it's gonna be amazing. But how many years have you been going? As just an attendee?
As an attendee, it is twice. One time I went to I think it was called the Meridian, the hotel. Mm-hmm. They had that over there in Arcadia. And then I attended the one in Ontario another time. Mm-hmm. And after that, then this time we said, okay, we're going to go ahead and, have a booth. Yes.
That's great. I love it. I love to hear the stories behind it all, because I'm told, and again, this is my first time going, but I'm told that every year it's getting bigger and bigger. And I know I talked to Tony. He says next year we're going to take over this part over here too, and this part. I'm like, man, what do you? They got a lot of room there. I'm like, man, Tony's vision's big for the event. But I think, to me at least, for what I know of it, the cool part is it seems to me like it's just a great gathering for the business community and people to get together, right, and do business with each other and network, right?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of small businesses and stuff like that. And that's why everybody gets to network and talk and get ideas from each other and stuff like that. It's a great event, especially for small businesses. Yeah. So, yeah.
Talk to me a little bit more about Equity Smart Loans and how did you get into the mortgage business? Like, where'd that start for you?
Well, let me tell you a little bit about background from myself. I'm a first-time immigrant. I came here from Iran, Persian, and I speak Farsi, and that's why my name Farzad comes from Farsi. Mm-hmm. So I came out right after the Iran Revolution, and there was a war. So I came here to United States, to Los Angeles in 1984. And I came with my mom. After that, my mom had to go back because I had a small sister and brother. And I ended up being here by myself. So I know, and I went to high school here by myself, and I didn't have any parents or anything like that. Of course, my parents helped me with the rent and all that stuff overseas. But that kind of, got me going as far as being self-motivated and get into business. And I finished college. I went to Cal State Long Beach, and then I started my own business, small business marketing and mail and printing, stuff like that. And then I got married. So I had a lot of things, went through a lot of stuff. And then after a while, I also did some investing as far as purchasing real estate and stuff like that. So then from there, I kind of like the business part of it, and also I like the real estate. And then I decided to get into the loan. And one of the reasons I wanted to get to the loan is I wanted to make sure that this is a really big purchase for people. And I wanted to make sure that I kind of give him a really good, transparent information, give him a good, a deal basically, because when I was on the other side, I noticed people held back a lot of information when it came to loans and stuff like that. And I kind of didn't like that. And I wanted somebody to be more open and explain things to me and kind of give me a lot of options and stuff like that. And for some reason, the people that I dealt with, they didn't do that. So that was one of the reasons I wanted to get into the business. So I got into the business, and my goal is basically just to help out people in this moment where they're like having to purchase a house and they're going through a lot of stuff or refinancing, I want to make sure that they are taken care of in a lot of different ways.
And so Equity Smart Loans, is this set up like a brokerage, or do they give us a little bit of a feel for the types of setup of the overall company?
Yeah, we are a brokerage company. We're able to shop around about like over 100 wholesale lenders.
So maybe compare that, by the way, because not everybody may know what that means, like to be able to shop around versus because maybe they've just gone into their bank in the past. I don't know.
Yeah, so let's say you go to the bank in the past and you're basically going to get the rate that bank's going to offer at that moment, depending on your situation. But when you come to us, we can kind of shop around and see how we can get you a better rate. It doesn't mean it happens all the time, but at least it gives us ability to do that instead of just going to one location and then that's the rate they have, whatever it is. Especially you go into like these big box banks and these banks and stuff, all the rates and everything is set up and there is no room, the retail rates and stuff like that. When you come to us, we shop around. We shop around a lot of lenders and sometimes they have better rates. For whatever reason, they're a little lower, about a half a point, 0.5%. And some of that could add up a lot because let's say you have like a $5,000 payment and we save you $100. You're like, well, it's only $100. But yeah, it's $100 times 360. That's $36,000 saving. That's a big chunk of money. So those are some of the things that we do. Also, the other thing is when you go to a bank and then when you have to go to shop around, right? So then you have to go to another bank and then you have to fill out all your paperwork, everything all over again, pull your credit. That might hurt your credit because if you pull your credit multiple times, that might hurt your credit. But you come into us, you fill out the application once and you do a credit once with us, and then we can use that and go to multiple banks and multiple wholesalers that do loan and then shop for you. And that way we're able to get you like the best rate.
And what are you seeing in the market right now? Like, give us a little bit for context for everybody that's watching this, because this will come out maybe in another week or so. And today we're recording this on January 7th, 2024. So if you're watching this way into the future, well, hey, letting you know the date now. So what are you seeing right now in the market?
Nobody can predict the future. Everybody knows that, and if you try to do that, you're going to get in trouble. But right now, the Fed dropped down the rate by 0.75% almost in the past couple of months. But on the other side, the rates for the mortgages have not come down. They're actually gone up. And the reason for that is mortgages, they go based on a 10-year treasury note. And if you look at the 10-year treasury note, you see that it has gone up. I don't know what's the rate today. It's probably 4.67, something like that. But it used to be like around 3. And that's the rate that kind of tells you what the mortgage is going to be. Okay. So it looks like the market is kind of concerned about what's going to happen with the new administration or with the new economy and how the transfer is and all that. So there's a little bit of like a scare in the market right now for the bonds, the 10-year treasury bonds. So the prices are up. So hopefully that will come down after this new administration that takes over. So hopefully everything will start coming down. So we're hoping for rates to come down after January, and that's our hope. But, you never know.
No, of course. Yeah, no, that's a given. Talk a little bit about your approach to how you like to work with your clients.
How I like to work with them is, first of all, I like to find out what is their need. Okay, that's the main thing. First, I need to talk to them and find out, okay, if you're trying to refinance or purchase a home, what are you doing it for? Or, is this like trying to do it for like a primary resident, or is it an investment? What their plan is, what their goal is. So that's where I start. I like to talk to them for a little bit, find out what they needed. Do they need money, or what is the reason that they need a loan? And then from there, take it and try to help them the best I can. Guide them. And like I said, also try to inform them about all the options they have. Might not be the best option for what they need. I like to let them know about that because that's how I like to be treated and that's how I treat people. So that's how I like to, approach my clients. And I like to keep clients for life, basically. That's one of my main goals always.
Well, Farzad, this has been great having you on the show today. I'm looking forward to meeting you in person at Megamix Expo. That's going to be in March 12th and 13th, again, in Arcadia, California, megamixexpo.com to check it out and grab some tickets. That being said, also, Farzad, how can people learn more and how can they connect with you and your team?
The best place is to go to my page is farzadloans.com. My first name, farzadloans.com. Also, my telephone number is 310-707-8146. You're more than welcome to call me, text me with any question you have, and I will go ahead and help you the best I can.
Fantastic. And for everybody listening, just so you know, we'll definitely put those links in the show notes so that you can just click on the link and head right on over. And speaking of the audience, if this is your first time with Mission Matters and you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe or follow button. This is a daily show. Each and every day, we're bringing you new content, new ideas, new guests, and hopefully new inspiration to help you along the way in your journey as well. So again, hit that subscribe or follow button. And Farzad, man, I'll see you soon at Megamix Expo. Appreciate you coming on.
Great. Thanks, Adam. See you.